Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Maui Dynasty, where we are going to start into season number 4. Last season we won the Mountain West Conference, and we did a relegation thingy, as I do every off season, and we went up to the Pac-12. So we're going to play a tougher crowd this year, and so far we are ranked number 7 in the preseason. Kind of unbelievable. But first of all, I'm going to show you the recruiting board set up for the season. Lots of 5 stars. I put everybody on the board that didn't have us locked out with a deal breaker. And I distributed points to players that I actually like, and we'll see how it goes from there. So it's almost exclusively 5 stars. There's a few 4 stars, but they're more so on the defensive side of the football. This year is going to be a small recruiting class because it's also going to be a small graduating class. We're going to recruit mostly 1 player per position, so 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 2 receivers, 1 tight end, 2 offensive linemen, and there is not that many great linemen this year. So for linemen, it's going to be 4 stars, which is also a reason why it's only going to be 2 on that side. And then we're going to go after 1 defensive end, 1 defensive tackle. Here, Tyreek Cheeks, he looks incredible. I'm going to try to get 2 linebackers, and because there's a few linebackers on the team where I'm just not convinced that they're going to stay on the roster until they're graduating. I'm also going to go after 2 corners, as I do every year. I want to recruit at least 2 corners every year. And then we're just going to try for 1 safety. So that's going to be a really small class, and then we're going to start it off with our first game in the Pac-12. It's going to be the Washington Huskies, and we have got our work cut out for us. This team is no joke. I think they're about equally good. A lot of top players here in the mid-80s for overall. We're going to start off with the quarterback, the actual best player on the team, Lamont Dwyer. 6 foot 198 out of Coos Bay, Oregon, a former 4-star with some pretty good accuracy ratings across the board, is in the high 80s. 91 throw power, looks really solid, and this kid can run. 82 speed is not super fast. And then additionally, he has platinum field general, so he will see what our defense is going to be doing with the blitzers and stuff. So that's always something to watch out for. Then the running back is Jordan Washington. So he's me, I guess. But yeah, he's a really good elusive back with not enough power, but 99 speed. So lots of threatening qualities there. Top receiver on this team is Rashid Williams, number 3, 6'1", 185 out of Brentwood, California. Williams is a really good route runner across the board. He has solid hands and lots of speed as well. Not quite as much, but 92 speed, 95 excel. Looks pretty good to me. Vincent Holmes is going to be the number 2 receiver on this team. Holmes, 6 foot 174, so a pretty slender player, average height, with really good short and medium route running. Release and deep is not as good. Really good hands and crazy good elusiveness for receiver. Also more than enough athleticism to win. We'll see how this is going to go with 3 freshman corners out there for us. David Twala is the tight end. Where's number 80? Twala is 6'2", 226, so on the lighter side for a tight end. He's a blocking archetype tight end, so not too scared. The route runnings aren't great. The hands are, I guess, okay. 77 speed. Now, this offensive line, obviously, for Washington, has to be good. So 84 at left tackle, 87 at left guard. There is no weaknesses across the board here. Even the right tackle is an 80 overall. But as we are going to have a couple new edge rushers here. So this is going to be a test here. Well, just 1 new edge rusher, I guess. No, it's actually a couple because they're going to split the load. But best edge rusher on this team is Sony Vea. Crazy good edge rusher, 91 finesse moves, with paired with pretty good athleticism across the board. The run stopping is limping a little bit, but he should be a really good edge rusher. And in the middle of this defense is Linneus Davis, 6'2", 322, massive dude out of Minnesota. Davis It's 91. Power moves 97. Strength. And then his run stopping needs a little work, but 77 block shooting is actually not horrible, so I think he can survive on that. Devin Bryant is the top linebacker on this team, 5'11", 216, out of Carson, California. Bryant is a pass coverage archetype linebacker with 99 zone and 69 man, 93 zone, I think. Run stopping is decent. 63 block shedding is a little bit low. 83 speed, I guess that's kind of average for a linebacker. And then top corner on this team, this is DBU we're talking about here. Curly Reed, 6'1", 198 out of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Reed has 85 man coverage, some crazy good press. He's a solid run stopper. His tackling rating is at least not in the 60s. Very good in zone as well, 90 speed. He's a little bit slow, so we do have a couple fast receivers on our team now that are going to be starting. So you want to check out for that, or watch out for that rather. Leroy Bryant is the other corner on this team, 5'11", 178, 94 zone coverage. Elite zone defender with horrible man and press and no run stopping. His tackling is like 59 or something. 94 speed though. If he messes up, he can make it up. And then number 3 corner, Devin Jackson, 6'1", 177 out of Washington. Jackson is as well a elite zone defender with 87 catching as well. Man and press looking pretty abysmal, but at least he's a solid tackler, more of a slot guy, I think. 191 speed should be good enough. Now we have played them once, and that was one of the first games ever with Maui, and we lost that game on the last play of the game actually. So we were really close back then, and back then we were a horrible team. I think our first season we went like 4-8, so that was pretty awful. But since then we've come a long way. Now this game is going to be in Washington, so we're not going to have a home game here. Just like it was last time, I think it was also an away game. So let's see how this is going to go, but I'd say overall we should be pretty equal. I'd say the offensive line is a big bonus for Washington, and then also honestly the defensive line, if I'm being honest. We just graduated Jerry Davis, so the edge rush is a little light for us. But they're going to start off with Jordan Washington run, and that's a first down. 2nd and 4. Washington stays as a receiver there, and they get a first down. That's about 16 yards. And they're going to move the chains again. 2nd and 4 now, and they have a play action shot lined up, and this one is going to be caught. First down, Washington, and they are, by the way, ranked number 5 in the country, so this is a nationally televised game, ranked 5 versus ranked 7 here. Washington runs it up the gut on inside zone, and that's a very nice gain for a new first down. And now they're in the red zone. Let's see what Dwyer can do. Here he's going to try to scramble, and that one is not going to work out at all. Nate's good speed is right there, and he does show the good speed. So 2nd and 20 is going to be coming up, and they did not get that yardage back. 4th and 12 leads to a field goal try, which is good right down the middle. Washington is on the board with a 3-0 lead after the opening drive. Now, odd-dribbling in this game was an absolute nightmare, but we can already see right off the bat the type of player that Greg McHugh, the tight end, is. He lays out for an incredible catch, and then we're going to run it up the gut with Jameel Morris, and he's going to get us a nice chunk, but now it's 3rd and 10, and we're going to have pressure here as this one's going to be knocked away from JJ Easy. 4th down, and the ball is going to be going back to the Washington offense, and they're going to throw it over the middle there for the tight end. That's about 7 yards on the play. 2nd and 3, and they go empty backfield. Bunch to the right, twins to the left, and that's a completion, a rather easy one as well. And they're going to move the chains. 3rd and 1, Jordan Washington in the backfield, but they're going to throw it 4-man pressure and wide open over the middle. This is a little bit too easy. That's the number 2 receiver on this team. And they're going to move the chains. 3rd and 7. This one's going to be tougher. And they are going to throw it up 1-on-1 in the end zone and overthrow. And Daniel Madrid was not having his coverage there. He was a little late to the party, but the ball was overthrown. And so this is another field goal try, which is, again, is good. 6-0 for the Washington Huskies. And Maui now with, yet again, a tough 3rd and 10. Let's see what Benjamin Phillips can do here. He can't do nothing because the right tackle, Frank Banks, gave up the pressure immediately. And we just saw there, Washington can see that we are sending pressure on this play. Zone blitz. And they're going to complete it. Dwyer, so far, almost perfect on the day. Hasn't missed many throws except that one into the end zone. 3rd and 13 after a couple of bad runs. They're just going to run it here. And Dwyer is going to slide. And they have a 4th down, and the ball goes back to us with pretty solid field position after a short punt. 3rd and 6, and Phillips does not have a first down at all. We didn't even get 3 yards or something, as it was kind of 4-down territory, but not with a 4th and 6. If we had gotten a couple of yards, we might have tried it, but 4th and 6 is a little bit too long there, a little bit too rich, and we see Lamont Dwyer scramble there for a first down, and now 2nd and 10. They're going to have another dump off over the middle there on the slant. That's an 8-yard gain, and we're, by the way, inside 2 minutes, so 45 seconds on the clock, and they're going to have another first down, crossing midfield in the process. Dwyer playing a pretty good game so far. 2nd and 10, and Dwyer has a 4-man pressure, and this one's going to be caught as well. 8-yard gain, and so far this Maui defense doesn't look too great. We were able to force a couple field goals, but on this one, we also forced a field goal here. They just ran out of time at the end. 3 seconds left. They take a last-second field goal, and Washington goes up 9 at halftime, but no points on the board for this last year's high-scoring offense from the Surfers. So far, this has not been going well. 3.8 yards per play, 1 third-down conversion. We're losing the time of possession battle. Let's see what we can do in the second half. 1st and 10 for Benjamin Phillips, and the pressure is immediate. Man coverage across the board, and Greg McHugh holds onto the ball for an 8-yard pickup. 2nd and 2. Clock runs down to 3 seconds, and we're going to get this one away as well. And McHugh lays out again for another incredible catch. Man, McHugh looks unreal. 1st and 10, Benjamin Phillips has his man over the middle. That's J.J. Easy, and a first down. Had a clean pocket that time. 1st and 10, and throw the screen to the outside. J.J. Easy gets 8 yards. Gets caught from behind as well. He's just not the fastest guy. His acceleration is 89. 2nd and 10, Benjamin Phillips pressured immediately. 6-man rush, and somebody was unblocked, but we do get it away on time. J.J. Easy with another reception there. 1st and 10 for Benjamin Phillips. Dump it off. That's Easy again. 2nd and inches coming up right now. And we're going to go goal line personnel. Quinton Drango is the running back, and we're going to run this up the middle. Touchdown Maui. The first score of this season goes to Quinton Drango. Freshman running back who is going to step in from time to time. Lead back is going to be Jameel Morris, but Drango looking pretty solid there as a power back. 1st and 10, and Dwyer is going to have another throw wide open. That's the number 1 receiver, and that's yet another completion to Williams. 2nd and 7, Lamont Dwyer motions in the tight end, and he's going to dump it over the middle to him, and that's going to be a first down, and I would say that is actually a bad spot. That's actually not a tight end, that's a receiver, I guess. Enrique McNabb. Now, Dwyer is going to step up, and he has lots of room to run, gets a blocked throw, and that's a first down. A little bit too easy there. Into field goal range now. 1st and 10, and Dwyer has the out route perfect. Laid out at the end there, but that's a first down inside the red zone. 1st and goal from the 6, and Dwyer has lots of time and throws into the end zone. You gotta pick it off here. That is a pick 6 if you catch that. There was nobody there in the flat. That would have been a pick 6. Instead, 3rd and goal, Dwyer scrambles into the end zone. It's a touchdown, Washington. It's 16-7, and man, what a missed opportunity by the Maui Surfers there. not entirely sure who was at fault there for the drop pick, but I think it was Henry Officer. We have 3 freshman corners starting here, so no knowing how that's gonna go. 3 freshmen, that's just not a good recipe, but we're gonna have to deal with it this season. Next season they're gonna be sophomores, so we're gonna not graduate any corners this year. So next year that might be fine, but this year might be a growing experience here, as we have another catch made by JJ Easy, and that is a very nice 14-yard catch and run. 2nd and 10, handed off to Jameel Morris, who's gonna juke out people and then break away from the secondary, and he gets caught at the 14-yard line. What a play by Morris to get through that pile of humans. 3rd and 3, we're gonna motion out Morris and throw it over the middle, and diving and knocking the pass down is Justin Highsmith, the linebacker that I pointed out earlier. So that's going to be a field goal. It's a 6-point game, so we make it a 1-score game again. But we need to stop this Washington offense right here, because this is midfield. If you don't stop them right here, we're going to have an issue. And the sack is recorded by Nate Goodspeed. He's in the backfield one more time. 2nd and 16. This is your chance to get off the field and give the ball back to your offense. And instead, it's going to be a catch down the field. And Daniel Madrid looking not sharp at all to start this season. So that one's going to be complete in the red zone. 3rd and 10, and that's a touchdown. Washington up by 2 scores. And yeah, this is not how you win. 2nd and 16, man. You just had a sack. You got to get off the field, man. You allow a big conversion for like 35 yards into the red zone. And then yet again, an easy play. Now 2-point try for Dwyer to make this a 14-point game. And Dwyer is going to be going down. That's a sack. That is not going to be recorded, sadly, because that's something weird in EA games. 2-point try sacks are never recorded. So it's 3.5 minutes out from the end of the game. Benjamin Phillips, and he's going to go down again. He did have a one-on-one downfield, and he didn't release it quickly enough. 3rd and 20 for Phillips after that sack, and he's actually going to convert this one. Greg McHugh, the tight end, yet again with a big conversion. So far, we have not seen the dominant receiver play. 3rd and 3, and this one's going to be caught for a loss. Man, they just knew what play was coming right off the bat. 4th and 5. Benjamin Phillips is going to motion out his running back. He's going to catch it, and no block gets thrown for him. Greg McHugh was right there, man. Game's over at that point. That's turnover on downs. And Maui drops the first game of the season. It was a tough experience here. 3 freshman corners. They were absolutely torched. Lamont Dwyer with almost 80% completion percentage. Played a pretty much perfect game, honestly. At 28 and 36, 1 touchdown, no picks. Well, I mean, he did make a couple mistakes. He overthrew his guy in the end zone in the first half, and then the second half, man, you need to catch that, man. That needs to be a pick 6 in the end zone, and instead, 1 play later, it's a Washington touchdown, man. That was a 14-point swing, and yeah, this is not how you win games. And so Washington, they did earn this one, but this is our first year in the Pac-12, and growing pains are going to be expected, as we did have 3 drops on the day. I didn't have to call out Sergio Wiggins' name at all, because he didn't really create much. He just had a few catches here and there for short yardage stuff, but nothing special. 2 sacks for Goodspeed. One of them was definitely a coverage sack. The other one was actually a real good play. But overall, you got to be disappointed at how this offense performed in this game. Only scored 1 touchdown and 1 field goal, and that's just not enough to win it anywhere in college football, or anywhere in football at all. Unless you have kind of like a Baltimore defense, then you can get away with games like these. But we do not have a Baltimore Ravens defense. Now, we're going to play the first out-of-conference game, and I hope that we are going to do better in this one. It's going to be the Buffalo Bulls, and this is also going to be an away game, but we should be the heavy favorites to win this one, as the Bulls, are just a lower tier opponent. Quarterbacked by Sal Brooks, 6'3", 220 out of New Berlin, New York. Brooks, he is not quite the most accurate quarterback. He has only 90 throw power, which is kind of average. So, and no speed. That's kind of to be expected from a team that is playing in the MAC. So I'm not wondering about the quality of quarterback we are going to have here, but this is going to be an issue. Lamar Sperling, that dude looks incredible. He's a great route runner. He has great catching ability, and he's got lots of speed, and he is going to use it. He's also a very solid, elusive back. So Sperling, definitely somebody to watch out for. And then we've got the top receiver on this team wearing number 21. That's real disgusting, man. Clax, the third. He is a very good route runner. His hands are not quite on the same level, but if you're open all the time, I think you can get away with a lower catch in traffic. And then 92 speed, 96 excel, a really good athlete. The second best receiver on this team, that's already more than just one class below our tier of players that we have on our roster. But Robert, he does know how to run routes. His catching ratings are abysmal though, so I wouldn't expect him to make a massive impact on this game. And 88 speed is just not going to cut it either. And then the tight end on this team is Keith Buckner, who doesn't look half bad for a MAC tight end. He's a blocking specialist. His catching ratings are in the 70s, but he is a pretty solid player. And the tight end wearing number 27, that's against the Geneva Convention, I guess. Offensive line for this Bulls team actually looks really solid. For a MAC team, I would expect much worse, but they do have a couple holes, and one of them is going to be at center, 76 overall. This dude at right guard, an 80 overall, that is also not super strong, but it could be a lot worse for a MAC team. So definitely somebody, some O-line that we're going to have our troubles with. Tyrese Bayamiri is the top edge rusher on this team, and he has 76 power moves, 89 strength. He is a solid run stopper, even though his block shedding is not high. 63 finesse moves is not great, but 89 speed combined with that power. He's an athletic freak, and that's definitely going to be visible on the field. Max Sabry, 6'3", 222 out of Oradell, New Jersey. Sabry is a run stopper at linebacker with very good block shedding for a linebacker. That would even be very good block shedding for most of the defensive linemen on this in this game. And decent athleticism, no pass coverage to speak of. So a pure run stopper over the middle of this defense. And then the top corner on this team is Eddie Pleasant, 6', 180 out of Tampa, Florida. Pleasant has 79 man coverage, 88 press. This is really good. 88 catching is really good as well. But his zone coverage at 70, that is a liability. And 90 speed is, I mean, that's not too fast. At corner, you'd like a little bit more, especially with our receiving unit. And we've got Mike Battle. They actually do have a couple of good corners on this team. Battle, out of Michigan, he is a man cover corner with some pretty solid run stopping ability. 75 zone coverage looks more like a weakness, and then 91 speed. I mean, it's not too good. We haven't played them so far. Obviously, this is an out of conference opponent that we're probably never ever going to see again. But this is what the random schedule did give to me, and I'm excited. Let's get our first win this season. Let's get this one out of the way, because that first game against Washington, that was just awful to watch. And this is an opportunity for us to have a revenge game on somebody else. We're gonna wear the sunset uniforms here, the all pink ones, which look pretty nice, I think, especially against the blue here. And right off the bat, Lamar Sperling with an 11-yard run. And this is exactly what I expected from this team. I think they're going to run it a lot, and we are going to need to get out in front of that. But 3rd and 7, and they're not going to get the first down, as Daniel Madrid looking much sharper in this game. We're going to force a punt, and 3rd and 3, we're going to run it and punt it right back. 3 and out for the Maui Surfers offense. That looked awful. Let's see what Buffalo can do. As 3rd down, they go 3 and out as well, and so far it's been a punt fest. Jameel Morris in the backfield, and we're going to throw the bubble here to JJ Easy, who's got some room to run, and he does get a very nice 24-yard connection. So finally, some positive plays out of the Surfers offense, as this is yet another away game, but at least this time we can actually audible. Benjamin Phillips is gonna get sacked as right tackle. Frank Banks, he does not look great at all. 4th and 17 after that sack, and we're gonna have to punt it away, and awaiting deep is the number 2 receiver on this team, and he is gonna return this one, and outrunning the defense, outrunning everybody. That is going to be a punt return touchdown, and Buffalo takes a 7-0 lead. What on earth happens to this Maui Surfers unit? This is just awful. The entire team in all phases, we have played 4.5 quarters of football so far, and this team is looking absolutely awful. 1st and 10, Phillips, out route, complete. Greg McHugh seems to be the only one that's working, actually. The tight end looking pretty sharp here in the season debut. And 3rd and 12, and there he is again, and he drops it. Wow, what on earth is happening to the Surfers team? I can't explain this. 3rd and 8, let's see what Brooks can do, and he is not gonna outrun Nate Goodspeed because, as the name says, he has some good speed. So that's going to be a sack, and the ball goes back to the Surfers offense. Let's see if we can do something with it this time. We have a good field position now because that sack actually gave us a lot of room. And behind the defense, that's Terry Carter with a touchdown. We're going to punish them right away for that punt, and that's a score. Maui's on the board, and this is the first time this season that I feel like the offense is actually doing something. Carter has 96 speed, and I expect him to be the number 1 receiver. He needs to step it up after we had 2 crazy good number 1 receivers over the last couple of years in Lloyd Morgan, and actually over all 3 years. Roy LeGray in year 1 looked pretty solid, and then was Lloyd Morgan in year 2, and last year George Smith. You gotta keep it up, Terry Carter, man. And we're gonna have a slip screen here for Jameel Morris, and he's got a 1st down up to the 43-yard line of Buffalo. So we're in positive territory again. 3rd and 10 yet again. And Phillips with a tough 3rd down, and this one's gonna be almost intercepted. Don't know what he thought on that one, but everything was covered up, and that's gonna be a punt. No points on the board for Maui, and we're gonna have the tight end here with a very nice 1st down catch. 2nd and 9, Lamar Sperling is the back, but this is gonna be a slip screen. And the defense was not ready for it at all. They tried to get the quarterback before he could get off the slip screen, and nobody was there to defend the completion. They're going to toss it out to Sperling here, and he's going to outrun defenders down to the sideline. It's a 9-yard gain. They're going to move the chains eventually. 1st and 10 from the 42, and it's Sperling again up the middle. He's got 8 yards, and man, Sperling looking absolutely fantastic so far. 3rd and 3. And let's see. This is gonna be a keeper for Brooks, and the defense was not ready for it at all. So far, this defense looks like absolute trash. They're gonna hand it off. It's Sperling diving into the end zone. Buffalo with another touchdown, and the Bulls retake the lead. Maui looking awful so far, but we're inside 2 minutes now. Let's see if we can get some points back. 3rd and 7, and Phillips is gonna throw it, and that one's should have been intercepted. I do not know what Greg McHugh was doing there. That was not the correct route. He was supposed to sit down over the middle with a much steeper angle towards like over the center or something, and he just ran straight up the field, which he was not supposed to do at all. So Buffalo gets the ball back, and they are actually back in field goal range after just a couple plays. They're starting to use timeouts here. 25 seconds on the clock, 1 timeout left, and it's a play action shot. Sperling has his block perfectly, but the ball is knocked away in the end zone. So 4th and 1, they're just gonna take the points, and Buffalo adds a field goal. It's a 10-point game, and we're losing even worse than against Washington. What on earth is this Maui team doing? It looks awful, but I think this is the point where you need to give the video a like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. No, just kidding. I'd appreciate it, obviously, but this is the point where we have to admit this is a different team that we had last year, an entirely different team. There is nothing the same anymore. We have a new running back, we've got a new quarterback who has to prove himself, and who just moved them down to the red zone, and that's Carter for another touchdown. And this is exactly the kind of stuff I want to see, because Carter, not only has he 96 speed, he also has elite route running ratings. So he needs to show up and not be followed all the time over the field. He was very much covered in that first game, and I'm expecting better from him, but at least we cut into the lead. And now we've got an interception! It's gonna be returned for a touchdown! Hussein Mangold, the free safety. He saw this one coming all the way, and that's an interception. Return for a pick six, and Maui suddenly has a lead 21-17, whereas at halftime we were down 10, and now Buffalo has to get going here, and this one's going to be a 5-yard loss. I don't know what they were doing there, but Cameron Avant, freshman linebacker, starting there over the middle, looking pretty good. And this is the actual route I was expecting earlier from Greg McHugh, but now Bayamiri apparently knows how to run them. So he gets 8 yards. 3rd and 2, somebody jumps offside. We're just going to take the free play here. Wide open is Terry Carter, and he tried to run around the block from JJ Easy, but they disengage right on time. And as I was saying, this is a completely different team. We had to graduate 3 offensive linemen from last year, so the O-line definitely had a step down on quality here. We have an entirely new receiving core as we've got another touchdown. What on earth? Suddenly they're getting going, and Carter finally shows up here, man. Maui now up by 2 scores, 28-17. Let's see if we can keep up the scoring, as we have just scored 3 touchdowns in the third quarter here. And the third quarter is not even done yet. We're 3 minutes out, and that's a nice catch made there over the middle. But talking about this team, almost the entire team is new. We do have the same tight end that we did last year, but that's probably about the only thing. Terry Carter was a number 2 receiver last year, maybe even number 3. So now he's the number 1. He's got to step it up. As we can see Sperling again gashing the defense. And speaking of defense, this defensive line, we do have the same defensive tackle 1, but that's, and I mean, I guess Nate Goodspeed, but he was not the lead edge rusher last year either, and he has to be this year, so that's also a step down from Jerry Davis. We have 2 new starting linebackers in Afa Gash and Cameron Avant. We've got 3 new corners, and at least the safeties are the same ones, but we're gonna have to make it work with less good personnel this year, definitely. Now, they do add a field goal to make this an 8-point game, so technically it's a 1-score game, but we're gonna try to change that, and Phillips is gonna have this one knocked away on 3rd down, so that's a 3-and-out. And Buffalo gets the ball back. 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and wide open yet again. I can't believe that this is happening all the time. That's Emmett Roberts. He's not even that great a receiver, and he's wide open there. 1st and 10, Sperling, wide open running lane, runs it up the left side there, and it gets 12 yards out of the play. And Sperling's still the back here, but they're going to have a play action shot instead and throw it to Sperling, who breaks a tackle, falls ahead, and that's probably going to be and inches, as we have yet another injury. 2nd and 1, I guess. Okay, Sperling is the back, and Brooks is going to throw it. 2nd and 1, and Sperling's going to lose 6 on the play as Cameron Avant. Now that's actually Afa Gash flying in there. We have 2 freshman starters at linebacker and 3 freshman starters at corner, and it's visible, but you can see that they are trying to make some splash plays here and there. It's just not as consistent as we had last year with John Richardson as the lead linebacker. And we're going to try our best, but Sperling is now over 100 yards on the ground, and that's to no surprise at all. As we're going to have a bubble, and that's a touchdown, and Buffalo on the board. That's 6, and they're going to go for 2 now to make this a tie game. And yet again, defense looks awful on that play as well. 2-point try for Sal Brooks. It's going to be a throw, and that one's going to be knocked away. What a play by Jose Mangold. Free safety finally showing up here. 2nd and 6. Let's see what Phillips can do here. He's going to throw this one-on-one, and Greg McHugh is going to haul it in, and that's field goal range already. And now we're going to go try to get the touchdown here. Benjamin Phillips has some time, and then the corner, it's a touchdown, and this is a 2-score game again. Greg McHugh had this touchdown all by himself. He got the big conversion. I think it was probably about 45-50 yards, and then he gets the touchdown in the end, 25-yarder to the corner route. 1st and 10 for Sal Brooks now, and wide open behind the defense, and what a horrible angle by Henry Officer. That's a touchdown for Buffalo. And they just don't want to die. They don't want to go away easily, and that is going to be roughing the passer, so they can just decline that. It's a 2-point game again, less than a minute later, and this slip screen was not set up at all. What on earth was the game doing there? I can't believe that. The ball goes back immediately to Buffalo, and they have 3 minutes to just get a field goal, as they do not get the first down there and gonna punt it away as well. He had so much room. But we're gonna get the ball back here at the 6, and we're gonna run it. Jameel Morris, he gets 9 yards on an outside zone give. That works out really well. 3rd and inches. Hand it off to Morris, and he's got the first down, and a lot more across midfield down to the 33. That's a 40-yard run by Morris. And that's gonna do it. All the timeouts are gone after that run. And yeah, yet again, I cannot believe that we caught it this close yet again. This should have been a 30-point blowout. What are you talking about? Benjamin Phillips, 50% completion percentage. So far, he has not been living up to the hype. He got a lot of offseason dev, and he does not look the part at all. We couldn't stop Sal Brooks and this offense. It's not even a great quarterback, but he still had a very good game. I mean, we did have a solid run game, technically, but remember, 40 of those 85 yards came on one play, so really it was a below average day for us. It was just in the end they allowed that one big run, and yeah, just that's, I mean, we did get the win, but this team looks like garbage. Carter finally showing up, getting 3 deep touchdowns. I mean, I guess 2 deep touchdowns and 1 over the middle, but finally showing up. Greg McHugh, he is the only bright spot on this team so far, at least in my eyes. And yeah, the rest is going to have to get it together. 5 drops in this game as well from the receivers again. But even if those were all caught, Benjamin Phillips still would not even have 60% completion percentage against a very mediocre Buffalo team. Like, what are you talking about? They don't even have one good coverage linebacker. We should be throwing it over the middle all the time. 1 interception by Jose Mangold. He has been solid as well, I guess. But overall, this is not what we want to see, and if we're gonna continue to play like this, I think we might just want to go down to the Mountain West Conference again, because if we can't even blow out Buffalo, then what on earth are we doing in the Pac-12? Now, technically, Alpha Gash wins Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week, but that doesn't make any sense to me. He didn't do nothing crazy. We're going to have some visits for this next game, the first home game of the season, and we're going to have a tight end visit. Eric Addington, 5-star vertical threat with 86 speed. He's got all the important catching ratings in the 80s or at least high 70s. Got some very good acceleration. The route runnings look pretty decent as a true freshman. David Crespo, the guard, one of the guards we're going to try to get here. Crespo so far pursued by us in Arizona. He is from Arizona, so that does make sense. Crespo is a very solid pass protector with not too much strength there at 84, but he does have some solid abilities. And then we've got Tyreek Cheeks. We're going to try to get this one, but it's a 5-star defensive tackle from Alabama, and we're the only team left that doesn't have any pipeline at all here, and there are 3 platinum pipelines in that top 5 race. Tyreek Cheeks is a crazy good defensive tackle. I really want to get him, but it's going to be tough. Now this next game is going to be against the San Diego State Aztecs, and this is a rivalry game, although it's not a conference game. They are still in the Mountain West Conference, and the Aztecs, we've played them a few times. They have proven to be a tough opponent, but we should be able to beat them. We definitely have the better roster. Danny O'Neal, 6', 195, is the quarterback for this team. O'Neal with 89 throw power. Kid can run. He's got a great elusive ability, a good arsenal there. Some decent accuracies and 83 speed, so even more speed than we had with the Washington quarterback, Dwyer. So that's always something to be scared about. Now, the running back is Sincere Rainey, 5'10", 220. No, that's not 220, dude. I'm sorry, I misremembered. But a very good elusive back with actually some pretty good power. And 86 speed, that's not too fast. I'm not too scared about that. What I am scared about, however, is Will Cianfrini. 6'4", 190 out of Carlsbad, California. He's a deep threat. And what a deep threat he is, man. He's a really solid route runner. The important catching ratings are in the mid 80s to 90s, and this kid has 99 speed, 99 acceleration. So that's not great. I'm real scared about Cianfrini, and if I wasn't scared about Cianfrini, then I would be scared about this guy, Jordan Napier from Fontana, California. Great solid route runner, good hands, and yet again, actually 90 speed is not too much. I thought he had more speed. I might have misremembered that one, but still, he's definitely a threat as well. Ryan Wolfer, 6'5", 235, out of Peoria, Arizona. He's the tight end on this team, and Wolfer is a very solid blocking tight end. He doesn't have too much speed, but he has also horrible hands. So in conclusion, I'm not scared of this dude at all. And also he wears number 95, which is pretty disgusting for a tight end, but okay, here we go. The offensive line looks pretty solid, honestly, for a Mountain West Conference team. This is not half bad, although this center here might be a massive weakness. 75 overall against a couple of our good defensive tackles, but the right side of the line looks pretty solid as well. So it's only the center, and if you can hide one player on the offensive line, it's gonna be the center. This is the one you need to hide. This is the one that needs to be a weakness if you have to have a weakness. Now, in the middle of this defense, I'm not scared about the edge rushers, but this dude looks pretty solid. He's a great run stopper, solid athlete. He's got some ability to rush the passer, even though 79 power moves and 79 finesse moves doesn't sound great, but also, like, he could have 59 power moves, and then everybody would be, this dude is not a pass rusher at all, but he knows how to do it. Top linebacker on this team is Danny Niu, with the Luke Kuechly number, and he's a pretty solid pass rusher. He's a pretty solid run stopper, and his coverage is actually not half bad. It's all in the 70s, so that's not too bad, and he's an average athlete. And then the top corner on this team is Tavion Beasley, 5'11", 175 out of Inglewood, California. And Beasley has 85 zone coverage, so really good zone cover ability. The man coverage is much worse. 66 press looks pretty awful, so if they're gonna try to press us, and this is their best corner, by the way, I'm not too scared. But 95 speed, that's something you need to watch out for. Now, we have played them 3 times, obviously, 3 years in the Mountain West Conference. Played them 3 times. We won 2 of those matchups, but we also had 1 close loss. And none of those games were an actual easy blowout. So you have to watch out for these games. I know that we should be we are the massive favorite in this game, but the way we played against Buffalo, you actually have to kind of be scared. And they're gonna start off with a run from Rainey, and he's got lots of speed, runs around or runs over a safety here, and that's a 22-yard gain. And right off the bat, this offense looks pretty good. That's another first down, and just like that, they are in the red zone. Jordan Napier on the catch. 1st and 10, and they're gonna throw it. Wide open catch, and that's a touchdown. 26-yard score for the Aztecs in San Diego State here in Hawaii. Looking pretty sharp with the touchdown to Moffitt. So let's see what the Surfers can do on the opening drive. We're gonna hand it off to Morris. Gets some great blocking and a 9-yard gain to make this 3rd down a lot easier. They have to run it here, and it's a double twin set. We're gonna motion over one receiver, and we're gonna throw it. What on earth? 3rd and 1. Well, I mean, you can't throw it with that tight end, I guess, and he's gonna juke out the safety. What a play. That's a 36-yard connection for the Surfers, and just like that, we're at the edge of field goal range. 1st and 10. Motion from Benjamin Phillips. He's gonna have a clean pocket for now and is gonna be dropped. Everything was covered up. Nobody was running to get open. 2nd and 17, and Phillips has a 4-man pressure, and he is sacked again. And just like that, this drive is basically over. And well, 3rd and 24. I mean, I guess we can try. Let's try it. We have an injury, by the way, on the quarterback, and this one is overthrown for easy. He was behind the defense. Abdul Rubin. He's a freshman quarterback with his first career attempt, and he overthrows a wide open touchdown. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. So we don't get any points at all from that drive, and now San Diego State is driving again, and Rainey finally contained a 5-yard loss. Kareem Cleveland in the backfield. They get 5 back, and so it's now 3rd and 10. And down goes the quarterback, and that's a strip sack and recovered by Nate Goodspeed. He sacks the quarterback, fumbles the ball, recovers the fumble himself, and returns it even for a few yards. And now we've got the ball in great field position. 3rd and goal from the 4 now, as we inched our way closer, and that's a touchdown. And I mean, you know who it is. It's Greg McHugh, the tight end. He seems to be the only reliable receiver on this team. He's the only one who doesn't have many drops, although he also had 1 drop in that on that 3rd down crossing pattern there. But at least the game's tied now. 3rd and 9. Let's see what the defense can do, as Phelps is in the backfield, but running away from everybody is the quarterback. Does not get the first down, however. Danny O'Neal shy of the sticks, so that's a 3-and-out and a punt. Let's see. This is caught by Morris. 1st down from the 43. 2nd and 5 now, and Benjamin Phillips is going to motion out Jameel Morris, and he's going to throw it to Terry Carter, who hangs on to the football, gets the 1st down, and now 1st down and 10. Double slants from the right, and Phillips is going to throw the 2nd one, the outside slant. Easy, gets the, not quite the 1st down, but 8 yards. It's a good start to a set of downs. 3rd and 2 now, handed off. Jameel Morris got lots of running room, and that's an 11-yard gain. And just like that, we're in the red zone again. Let's score. 1st and 10. Phillips has a clean pocket, gets it away, wide open. That is gonna be a 1st down. And I think that's Sergio Wiggins, calling out his name for the first time in a game. Took a couple games for him to get warmed up, I guess. So we've got Jameel Morris here. And he did not go anywhere on 3rd and goal. So 4th and goal. We're just going to take the points. Points have been hard to come by this season, so we're going to try our best. 3rd and 11, and the defense shows up. Stopped there with a 5-yard gain and a punt ensuing. 2nd and 10 for Benjamin Phillips, and wide open behind the defense. That's caught, and this one is going to be a touchdown. Terry Carter. He's got another one, and this is the speed. This is what I'm talking about. You're the number 1 receiver. It has to look like it. Now it's a 10-point game, but there is still 3 minutes on the clock, so they can definitely go down the field here. And they're going to start it off with a very easy completion to the outside. That's Jordan Napier again, as O'Neal has another fresh set of downs. And he's going to throw, and that's a that's a catch made by Tyreek Moffitt. 1st and 10. This is now closer to midfield, and they're just going to have a play action shot here, and that one's going to be good, as we're inside 2 minutes now. And what on earth is happening? How is this man still going? Dude, you got to bring him down there. 1st and 10 from the 34. 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock, and we've got a wide open Napier down to the goal line. It's a touchdown. Oh man, this tackling unit is horrible. I don't know what these linebackers are doing. So far, this defense looks like garbage. But the good thing about that is we still have a minute on the clock, and we've got a one-on-one down the field. Carter broken up. So still a minute on the clock and 4th down. So we're just, I don't know how we got this 1st down. I guess, oh yeah, San Diego State didn't get the 1st down themselves, so we get the ball back. We get a few yards, tried a field goal, long range, 56 yards, no good. So no more points. It's a 3-point game, and San Diego State, man, they're keeping it close. This Maui team doesn't look great. We have, I guess the Washington game, that was a tough welcome to the Pac-12. Yeah, I get that. But, dude, Buffalo and now San Diego State, this needs to be a blowout, man. An effing blowout. Benjamin Phillips, wide open behind the defense again, and Carter is going to run away from everybody. It's a 78-yard touchdown. And if this is the only way we can win this season, I think this team is in for some trouble, because not all defenses have like 88-speed corners, man. Terry Carter, I think that's already his 3rd touchdown or something. 3rd and 12, and O'Neal, he's got his man behind the defense. It's Cianfrini. And it's an 87-yard touchdown. San Diego State with the score, and they close the gap again. Again, it's a 3-point game. And Maui need to do it again. Let's see what Benjamin Phillips can do. He only was out for a couple snaps in that 1st quarter. But we have Terry Carter behind the defense again, and he's going to run away from the corner. It's another 78-yard touchdown. What on earth? I love this, but this is not sustainable football. We need to be able to win other ways. And now, let's see what we can do here on defense. Finally, we get another sack. I think this one is on Walter Lennon or something. I don't know exactly, but I mean, in the end, 2nd and 16. We have seen this before. This time around, though, they have to punt it away. So 10-point lead, and Benjamin Phillips has wide open his running back in the pattern, Jameel Morris, with a 1st down, as they went empty backfield for that throw. 3rd and 7. Morris is the back, but they're actually going to run it, and Morris got the 1st down and a lot more. That's 12 yards on the play. Perfect play call there on 3rd and 7. 1st and 10. And we're going to motion out Quentin Durango. 1st and 10 for Phillips. And wide open underneath. I mean, you got to take it every time. J.J. Easy gets 9 yards. If we get 8 yards on every passing play, I mean, we're golden. 1st and goal, hand it off. No, it's a play action shot, and Phillips is going to try his running back. It's a touchdown for Quentin Durango. He's got the score, the freshman running back. In this home game, and this one was an important one because we are now up by 3 scores. Now let's see if this San Diego State team is finally willing to lie down, as they're going to run it with Rainey, and it doesn't look like it. It's an 8-yard gain, and Sincere Rainey moves the chains on that one. 1st and 10, and O'Neal is going to have a play action shot. Clean pocket, throw it, wide open is Jordan Napier, and just like that, they're already on the other side of midfield. 3rd and 1, trips to the right, isolated left to Cianfrini, but they don't get it. Rainey is stuffed for a loss. It's Afa Gash in the backfield. 4th and 2, can you stop him? 6-man pressure, man coverage across the board, and the catch is made. Are you kidding me? That was perfect coverage by Muhammad Hook. 2nd and goal, and Handoff is going to go to Rainey. That's another touchdown. That's actually not Rainey. 27 is somebody else. But San Diego State, they're going to cut into the lead again. They're not willing to lie down. It's a 10-point game again. 8 minutes on the clock. And we're going to have a wide open catch by Kasim Abayamiri. First time I'm calling out his name in action here. 1st and 10. And they're going to throw this one as well. Phillips has a man at the sideline, and this one's caught by Wiggins. What a catch between two defenders at the sideline. He kept his feet in bounds. Great play by Wiggins. 3rd and 7 now. Let's see. We're going to run it again with Morris. And sadly, this time it didn't work out perfectly. But 4th and 2, it's good enough. We went for it. We got it. 1st and goal from the 1. And this is going to be a toss to Drango. Touchdown, Surfers. And apparently we need to score every single time, because if we don't, they're going to cut into the lead every time. This time around, though, it's going to be a 17-point lead again, and there is only 4.5 minutes left now. So 3-score game again. Let's see what O'Neal can do. He is going to... Oh, my God. Jeez, why on earth do you not break that up? It's Rainey with a huge catch and run. 2nd and 4. O'Neal, 4-man pressure, clean pocket, gets it away. That's another 1st down. To Moffitt. Oh, that was the guy that was running in the touchdown earlier. So he's now receiving and a rushing touchdown. That's weird. Now, O'Neal has got his tight end, Wolf, wide open over the middle, but it's 4th and 1. So this is essentially game on the line. If you don't get this one, it's over. 4th and 1, O'Neal, and that one's caught. Wolf again, the tight end. He moves the chains, and they're still trying to conserve some time. They're going hurry up all the time. 2nd and 10, O'Neal scrambling to his left and getting sacked. Finally, somebody else than Nate Goodspeed applying pressure there. 3rd and 16, and O'Neal is gonna go down again. 4th and 19 coming up, and finally the pressure is getting to him. Just took 3 3/4 quarters to do it. And oh my God, 4th and 19. How on earth is this a touchdown? What on earth? San Diego State, they won't lie down. They have to have the touchdown every single time. It's a 10-point game. Let's see if we can finish it out. Phillips, 1-on-1, end zone, touchdown. And I guess this one is over finally. What on earth? Jeez. Why on earth does it take 50 points for us to win this game? Oh my God. And actually, they did get yet another touchdown after that, and then we had to score yet one more. What on earth was up with this game? This is San Diego State we're talking about here. But at least Terry Carter had 9 catches for 329 yards and 4 touchdowns, and I think all of those 4 touchdowns were actually 9 routes. So that is crazy. Benjamin Phillips, 540 yards. Why on earth do we need to have 541 yards? Danny O'Neal had 531 with a 75% completion percentage. No interceptions, 5 touchdowns for the San Diego State quarterback. That is unreal. At least we were pretty solid in shutting down the run. We did have a solid run game ourselves, but it should not be this hard to win this game, man. Why on earth do we need to score more than 50 points? This is unbelievable, but at least we cut down a little bit on the drops this game. It's only 3, but again, JJ Easy, you need to get it together, man. You're the number 2 receiver on this team now, and you need to get it together, man. You need to take over as a number 2 receiver here, and so far he has not been showing it. Cian Freeney, a $157, Jordan Napier, a $117, and Zach Beverly, a $112. 96 even for a running back. What on earth are you talking about, man? We cannot allow 3 100-yard receivers in a game against a Mountain West Conference opponent. Are you kidding me, man? This is so frustrating, but okay. I guess this is going to be the season now. This is going to be the tough one. So I guess we have to accept that. Finally, in the end, we did get some sacks from other people. Stokely got in there. Ferris was number 49, and Lennon was 53. I can't remember which one Lennon is and which one Farrell is. But no interceptions in this game. No turnovers. Nothing. We couldn't stop them. We allowed 28 second half points for San Diego State. So we need to go over that. The thing is, I can't, like, usually you would just say, okay, let's put some other players in there, but I don't want to put two true freshmen corners in there when I have three perfectly fine, or what looks like on the surface perfectly fine redshirt freshman corners. So that doesn't make any sense to me. And but they're just too far away from the ball too many times. I don't know. The linebacker situation, we don't have any better players there. It's got to be the Afagash show. If he doesn't get it done, if he doesn't fill the John Richardson void, then we're just gonna have to live with it. And then edge rushers, yeah, we don't have any. We don't have any better edge rushers. This is gonna be a pain. The pass rush is just not gonna get there. And yeah, good news at least. We get the tight end Eric Addington. Apparently impressed by a 3-score blowout, which I would not be, because this game was absolutely awful again, at least for the defense. But I mean, Eric Addington got to see what it is like if you're Greg McHugh and the lead tight end in this team. So I'm happy to get this dude. First recruit of the season, a 5-star tight end. It's usually pretty tough to recruit tight ends because there are just not that many. But yeah, after 3 games, we're ranked number 15 in the country, and Washington is ranked number 2. USC is ranked number 3. And then we've got, I'm not sure, Utah might be up in the Pac-12 as well at number 12. Would be weird if they were down in the Mountain West Conference, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, Arizona is up there as well in the top 20 there. So a bunch of good teams in the Pac-12. Let's see how this is going to go. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more Maui Surfers Dynasty. See you in the next episode. Until then, have a great day.